Okay, good morning. I'm going to show you how to pick a signal, take a signal or an alert, and go ahead and do some quick analysis. I'll show you a little bit about the TradingView software, and I'm using it from my cell phone. I don't normally work on my cell phone, but I have gone ahead because I know a lot of my people are using their cell phones to work, at least until they can make some money to buy big, large screens and big, large laptops, computers, and fancy cars and everything that money gets. But until then, we'll use our phone. We use what we have to get to where we're going. All right. The first thing we'll do, we go into the Free Forex um, Telegram and see the latest signal they sent. Usually, these signals should be used immediately you receive them. Immediately. But if you time has passed, you can go check it out. Let's look at this NZCAD. And you see the price they say you should buy at, and you see the stop take profit here. It's like the different selling times. You sell one first, or as I used in the analogy, the 3 different months when the storage person will sell the egusi, right, either October, November, or December, and there are different regions that will influence them to sell at different times. If they hear that that a shipment is coming in from Chad in December with all the egusi in the world, you're definitely going to sell in October as soon as you can. But if you have some reason to believe that there's not going to be any egusi in December, then you save it and do it in December. Okay. That said, here's the numbers, the currency pair we're going to work with. NZD. There are three alerts on this page, but we're just taking the middle one. Yeah, that's what we want to work with. Okay, and I'll show you TradingView now. TradingView on my cell phone. TradingView. Okay. TradingView's apps coming up. I don't know. Okay, so these are a few. So let's go here first. So if by the time you watch this, let's go into charts directly. Okay, so you can enter. You can just click on charts. Let me try to form this thing. Okay, now you can just click on charts to see your chart. Oh, this is one I had worked on. So let me see. I worked on this yesterday. And this is a day view. Let's see what the day looks like. This is a chart I worked on yesterday. Look at what's going on here. I expect it to bounce off of that blue line and go up. That's what I expect. What do you expect? Look at the currency pair. Check it out. This is Euro Canadian dollar. This is what I expect. I expect it to bounce off of this blue line and go up. That this support is not going to break it. I already see on the daily, it looks like a green chart. Let's look a little closer to this. Let's look a little closer. Let's look at the 15-minute. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, 15-minute is way above that line. So it's not on that line yet. It's probably the 15-minute is probably going to be riding somewhere high off of that line. Let's see. So we're good. We're good. Let's check an hour. The hour will be closer to the line. 1 hour. You see the hour is closer to the line. Let us check on the 4 hour. 4 hours. So remember, time frames are very, very extremely important when you're investigating this thing. This is an open case. We want to know where this price is going to go. We want to know what is moving it. We know that this line here, this blue line here, is affecting price seriously because of it has respected this blue line for a long time, for a while. It has respected it. So if it's respecting the blue line like that, we know that something is there. Okay, let's go to what we came here for. We came here for NZDCAD. So we go in here on the top right, NZDCAD. Okay, NZDCAD. and then we see it here. Select it. So now this is NZDCAD. We're in it. We're looking at it. Let's change it to the. Let's start off at the week view. Okay, always start off at the week view so you can see what's going on. Okay, look at it. This is the type of market we want to be in. There's activity. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what we want. We make money when things go up and down. Okay, so here we go. Let's try to get something going here. Okay, let's now look. I can't really put something in here. I'm trying to track this thing, but I want to track something. I see it came down from somewhere. But okay, let's do this here. Let me put this line here. Okay, so the trend line, remember the trend line. Let me move this out of the way. This trend line here is going to go. I'm going to move it. Just by selecting trend line, it allowed me to get this here. I'm putting it right on top, and then I'm going to now read from there. Okay, it's a little tricky to run, but move this up. You know what? I think I. Okay, I'm going to go here again. Don't know what I just did. Trend line, put it down there. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, it's okay. Okay. So now I want to move you. Okay. Okay, so you need to just get a good feel for this until you can get your computer, because you need to, for the ladies out there, if you have fingernails, it will not help you. You need to not use nails for a while, at least until you can afford a laptop or a big TV screen, because even with my short nails, they get into the way when I try to use this. But I was able to draw the trend line. So we see it's coming down. And the use of this trend line you drew is to know what will happen if it's broken. Let's look at another thing going down here. Let's open this up a little more. We're looking in the weeks. Let's move to the days. Let's see what else we see here. 1 day. Okay. All right. So now that's the day view. Before I forget this, I would like to show you the top menu. See here, you can actually move this stuff here. You can move things to get more. There's the hidden things. Always keep on hitting this save. Remember, I did not show you me logging into my account because I'm logged in automatically. You can take a screenshot. You could take, two different things. But yeah, now we're seeing this. So we know on top what's going on. We have an idea of what's going on top here. Let me close it a little more. Okay, so we have an idea what's going on top there. We also have an idea of what's going on here. We also have an idea of what's going on down here. Let me put something there to let me know what's happening here, because this is serious. Trend line. Trend line. Okay. So once you hit the trend line, it actually appears in the middle of the screen. Then you can move your finger anywhere and put it. You see how I'm moving my finger here? Wherever I stop this, that's where the trend line will stop. So I just hit trend line. And now that I've put it there, I'm going to tap my screen once. It opens that. And then I think I need to drag it from there to where I want to go. And this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. Okay. So we see these two lines crossing. It means something is going to happen. It's either going to squeeze itself and disappear, or it's going to shoot up, or it's going to shoot down. Okay. So we've got that. Another thing I want to show you while we're doing this, once we make this line, especially when you're using the cell phone, the smartphone, when you're trying to move things around, you might end up moving your line. So I'll tap that line I just added, the trend line I added, and I'll tap the lock. So it's locked. So now I can't move it by accident. If I want to move it, I'll also lock this one on top too. I'll lock this one. Lock. So now it's locked. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you in your analysis. Here it looks like going up here, we had a pretty good channel going up that broke at some point. So this is what I want to do. I want to now create a channel here. The computer is so beautiful. All those things we learned manually, computer, the phone, the application will make it so that we can do this with no problem. Just the same way we drew the other line, the trend line. Once we select it here, clicked on there, selected it all the way at the bottom, regression trend, and then you tap it, it comes in the middle. So now we're just going to move this thing to where we want to start it. No, okay, so once you make a mistake like this, the beautiful thing is that you can hit undo. So you can undo it. Let me just make sure I didn't undo my lock. And no, undo. Okay, let me make sure I didn't undo my lock. My lock is still there. Okay, so now I'm going to go again to regression. We want to choose this here. So just take your time. Once I hit that, it came in the middle. I'll move it. Just move my finger, and not necessarily on top of it. I'll put it to where I want it to start. And then I'll click down. And now I'm going to pull it all the way to where I believe we were when we were having this thing. I think this is it here. And that's it. Once we're done with that, I tap it. And I'm going to lock it too, so that it doesn't lock. Okay, so now what does this tell us? It tells us that we had a channel going up there, and we can see it. We see it clearly broke at some point. This is where it broke. When it breaks here, you know something is about to happen. Let us see. Now, if I were supposed to do something now, I would say that as soon as I was here, when I was here, let's open this up here. See, when it broke here, a strong bearish red candle came down, broke it. The blue candle pushed up against it, but the next one, boom, busted through it. So that's not real. Now it barged out here, but it never had any strong candle on top here to show that it's going, something is going to happen. And it came back down into this. Well, it's still in the blue. It didn't actually barge out on top anyway. Still in the blue. But here is where it barged down. Now this is what we need to watch. Here is what we need to watch. So since we're here right now, we see the last, how many days? What view are we? We're in day view. So this market is now bearish. I'm taking my time to just show you things so that you can know what to look for. We're going to draw a line here, a trend line here, just to catch this thing, know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to go to the top of the candlestick on the daily view, and the top of the candlestick on the daily view, tap, So you put it there, you tap, and then now you hold down on this and you pull. So this is okay. I won't go with this. I'll go with this candle. Okay, so now we have this here. Not even okay. I don't like the way sometimes these things move. Okay. This is where it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to lock this here. Lock it. Where did it go? Try to lock it and it disappeared. Right. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do this again. Tap trend line. So the trend line is right there. Right. Remember, when you're going down, when you're going to bearish, you have to go from the top when you're doing the trend lines. When you're going bullish, you go from the bottom. Okay. And I'm going to tap this here. So lock it. Okay. All right. So now here we've looked at this daily chart and we see it's coming down. So we have a lot of things going on here. But let me just zoom out so that we can see it clearer. Okay. So that's something that's going to happen within a few days. Let's keep this. I'm going to save this chart so that we can look at it in a couple days. But then let us do one more thing before we get out of here. We'll look at this in a daily. Let's look at it in a 4-hourly chart. 4 hours. So in 4 hours, we see that the bearish market might be changing, but it's still going down. It's still respecting the line. We just need to observe right now. And as we're observing, we can be trading. It's going down. But on the overall, the sentiment of the day is, I'll show you what the sentiment of the day is. Remember, you can always go down to 15 minutes to show you even what it's doing at the moment. However, the sentiment of this day with these guys, with this NZDCAD, is what we're going to see on the daily. So what we're going to see on the daily, and on the daily, we see a serious, come on. It looks like my internet is out. All right, well, for now, that's going to be it. But we'll go with this, and this will be your first lesson on using TradingView for your technical analysis.